Okay, so today we are going to check out some Trivium. This is Feast of Fire. This is some newer stuff from Trivium. I'm actually extremely familiar with Trivium, but not so much with their last two albums. This is starting out great. Killer bass line for Hollow. I like the tone. Not too punchy. We've all watched Matt grow up, haven't we? This is a little bit of why I haven't been around as much the past couple years. Big poppy choruses. Talent level still ridiculously insane. Just keeps getting better and better. I think that guy's Alex. If I'm wrong, let me know. Like I said, I haven't kept up with Trivium in the past 4 or 5 years. They wrote this with hopes of a crowd sing-along, guaranteed. Going, Corey. Badasses. What a great section. Matt with his 2-strap system. Saving metalheads' necks and backs all over the world. One of my favorite screamers. Oh, so that was Trivium. Feast of Fire. Very familiar with Trivium. I've listened to a lot, a very large amount of Trivium. In essence, all the way through the Shogun album. Well, probably even the In Waves album I've listened to quite a bit of. After In Waves, where I think there's 3 albums since then, I've probably heard 5 or 6 songs off those 3 albums. I probably haven't heard anything off of those 3 albums more than 4 or 5 times. So talking about that a little bit, I am part of that fan base that has kind of grown up with the band a little bit. I mean, I think Matt was like 16 or something when he joined the band. I discovered Trivium about 10, 12 years ago. Big fan of Ascendancy, Anthem, We Are the Fire. I love that old kind of Metallica stage, I guess you could call it, of theirs. One of the things that I've loved the most about this band, especially when they were younger, was Matt's screams. Well, Corey as well. Light to Fly is just that type of energy is what I really love from this band. The entire Shogun album is completely amazing to me. One of the better albums in metal history. I didn't say top 10 or anything like that, so don't get up in an uproar on me, but it is a fantastic and amazing epic album to me. They've grown up. I mean, the reality is the guys got kids now and they're growing up. They don't have the same voices. They don't have the same energy level per se. Matt blew his voice out multiple times, I believe. If I recall, he had at least one surgery, if not possibly two. He had to go basically learn how to scream correctly is what I've understood. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. It's just things that I've read over the years in articles and research on the band and such. So I understand, one, why he's doing less of it now. One, it probably has killed his voice over the years. Two, artistically, he just doesn't want to, and it's not making sense for what he's writing, whether that's purely just in his choice of writing style, or if that's something that's also kind of being driven commercially from the band / the label or whatever it may be. But this was amazing. They get better, they get better, they get better. The production gets more top notch, and the engineers and the producers and the equipment they're using is just regularly getting more and more and more and more improved. That being said, I don't love this as much as I typically would more of an old school Trivium product. And I know that if Mr. Heafy sees this, it's one of those frustrating things he has to deal with right now. But some of us just prefer the younger version of the band. I just prefer the younger energy, the younger vocals of what have changed for me. There's definitely a much greater writing structure that's happening now. I definitely don't want to refer to it as poppier per se, but this is a more approachable sound for multiple audiences. You can capture some of those people that might not have been into some of the anger and aggression and just nastiness of metal that they used to put out. This sound is going to help them capture just a little bit more of the audience, not just the dude that came to the show or the chick that came to the show, but also their boyfriend or their girlfriend that maybe didn't know about them, that also just likes the hard rock station on the radio. So this covers off both of those. Nothing's changed about the talent level, the harmonizing, the riffage, the talent level on leads. Paolo and his bass just cranking along. The drummer's absolutely sick. These guys are ridiculously talented. They're masters of their craft. They only get better and better and better. If you get a chance to check out Matt Heafy on Twitch, check that out. I mean, he's regularly performing, constantly, all the time, anywhere, and still to this day. Ask him to do anything old, ask him to do something new, ask him to do something country, put some rap into it, whatever. The guy can absolutely do it all, and he's a genuinely good dude from everything that I've seen about it. That all being said, give me some more off of the last two albums, maybe even the last three albums. Now that you know that I prefer kind of that heavier, more screamy, I want a little bit more aggression in the vocals, a little bit less commercialization. I picked what I believe is probably the biggest hit off the album, which naturally is going to be the one that's most accessible to the audiences. I've got some other songs kind of picked out here. One of them is called, you know what, I don't have it in front of me here. I think it was The Crown or something like that, something off their new album. Maybe it was actually, no, there it is. In the Court of the Dragon is something I was considering doing next too. Again, another kind of popular video as far as views are concerned from the new albums. So what's deeper? What's deeper on the new albums that you want me to check out from Trivium that'll make me get back in line, get that love and feeling back with the newer Trivium versus just kind of hankering for those old days of Trivium? This was fantastic and amazing. I did like it. It just had some moments for me that weren't about talent level. They weren't about production level. They were just simply about preference of style. The big rock choruses in metal songs sometimes just seem out of place to me, and it kind of felt commercially put there. So that's what I thought. I've been in the Trivium family for years, so don't you come at me. I'm just an old school metalhead, always have been, always will be. If you're not, you want to become one, listen to more of this stuff. And for the rest of you in the Trivium family, it's been cool hanging. Let me know what else you want to hear and react from in the comments. I'm out.